Happy fall, y'all. Here's my one little baby on the roo. He's so cute and very bright. I'm happy to see him. I've got another one hidden over here. And I'm sure I have more on this roo. Let's see if I have any on here. Where are my babies? I'm not seeing any on those, but I probably have some babies on this roo right here. I am getting ready to clean up this bed. It is ridiculous. As are a lot of things. I just have weeds and things all over the place, and I'm getting after it. I don't know if you remember, I had my raised beds in here. It didn't work out this year. Too much shade from this lovely oak. But my Grumprina grew pretty nice, and it's still loving life. I have this whole mess to clean up. I just tore out my Mexican sunflower out of my butterfly garden, which I still have a few monarchs hanging by, but I did see a lot of monarchs that didn't do well. I saw a lot of there's my monarch baby right there. That one looks okay. This is the last of the healthy milkweed. This is swamp milkweed right here that's totally falled out. And then the rest of my balloon milkweed right there, which I don't know if I didn't check it, but it's got a lot of aphids and milkweed bugs. So I just kind of want it to linger for a little bit longer to see what it's gonna do. These beds, I'm all gonna do nothing but flowers in next year. I'm moving the, come back through. I'm gonna be moving my box or my blueberries down to my garden, which I'm gonna do a video on shortly. And these are gonna be replaced by peonies, because I think they will get a little more sun from where they're at right now. I have some help coming over the weekend, so hopefully I can get a lot of this done. I had some dahlias bloom this year. Isn't that lovely? It just looks like a Florida sunset. And these are Joey's. Just beautiful. Oh, pom-pom. Beautiful. These, I hope, I'm gonna come back over here. I took down my sunflowers, but I left the seed heads right here because my birdies are coming to collect those. This is Cafe Olay, and I did a poor job of pinning these guys up this year, but look at all the flowers. So I'm hoping she blooms one more time so I can thoroughly enjoy it. These were hidden by my raised beds, so I wasn't able to enjoy them. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Can anybody relate? This is gonna go back to grass so my husband can mow this area with ease. I just got out here with the weed whacker because my grass was like, I don't know, 2 feet it seemed like over here. But look at this hydrangea. Isn't she a pretty girl? I have another hydrangea that's over in my beds back here, my woodland. I think it stays too dry, so I'm gonna move her over here. I'm gonna continue my little slate path, and I'm gonna get rid of my cone flowers, put them in a sunnier spot, and I'm gonna do a full hedge of rue. I just think it's really nice. I'll see if it's an evergreen here, but I think that would look nice up and down this area here, leaving this spot open here. This was foxglove that I grew from seed, and that's as big as it got. And then this is a variegated Joe Pye, which I'm gonna move this one too, because what a pretty plant. Gives the bees something to hold on to still. And as you can see, I got ferns in here. I've got, I don't know what growing. I think that's a chokeberry. And this ground cover is just creeping, so I want to clean that up and get rid of it. Not all the way, I just want to clean it up around the hydrangeas, get my other hydrangea over here, and see what it does for next year. I'm just not a full fan of this side of the yard. I want to make it look pretty, but I'll do that in time. I got so many other things going on. As I walk over here, that's another bed that I've got to go through. It's mainly grasses. I've got a few hydrangeas. In the springtime, I have columbine in the back, excuse me. I have spireas. That's a cherry tree. And look at this grass. This I cut down all the way, but look how huge this is. So I'll be cutting that back in spring, but look, isn't it pretty? And the vines on it are very nice. Here's another balloon milkweed. I think I'm gonna take seeds from this one. With the monarchs and all my issues with the caterpillars, I don't know if it was the milkweed that I gave them. I don't know, but I had so many more monarchs this year and they had a struggle just, you know, in their transformation of cocooning and all those things. They just weren't healthy, so I don't know what that's all about. This loveliness is a purple milkweed that I grew from seed. Very difficult to grow. And then here's my mess. So this is another area I'm cleaning up this weekend. I'm going to be digging out some plants that I don't want because I have a plant in here that I do want and we can't see it. I had those pretty, gosh, I forget the name of it. Anybody knows, let me know. But those have a beautiful leaf. I'm trying to get different leaf colors in here. I'm going to be changing some areas where I have my coneflowers. This loveliness, prairie rose agastache, just took off, but it's leaning, so I'm going to have to fix that. And there's some phlox. Look at the berries, they're starting to turn. Aren't they pretty? I love that color pink. They're beautiful. And that's a vertex or vitex tree. Beautiful. This was my hibiscus. It needs more room, so anything that I have planted down here, I'm just gonna have to rearrange. My 9 bark did really good this year. I really put on some size. And then I just have these straggler trees that are wanting to grow, chokeberries everywhere. It's such a mess. Here's another balloon milkweed. Aphids all over this one. I got ladybugs coming to visit it, which is nice, but spiders. It's just a mess. And then over here is where I had my peonies that I'm gonna have to take out. This is my second year for this lovely butterfly bush. Miss Molly, love her. And then I have some straw flowers. I had some Lysianthus that are in here. Another tree that's trying to grow. I mean, I have to clean it up. I look at this. This thing is so invasive. Look at that. It took over this whole entire hydrangea. So that's got to come out. I've got weeds all up in here. There's the chokeberry again. I mean, it's just everywhere. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm not too happy about it. But look at the color here. Look at that aster. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more pollinators on it. I see my pollinators on the anise more than anything. They're just happy. But look at the color on that. That's so pretty. That's second year in too. And it just tripled in size. My lantana is starting to fade, as are my cone flowers. This is gonna be pretty next year. This is Sweet William that I grew from seed. So yeah, I'm just cleaning up the beds. That little scraggly right there is a river birch tree. And this guy right here is a pawpaw tree that I'm gonna be planting somewhere else. But yeah, this is how it's looking first week of fall. So I've got to come in and clean it out. My pentas are done. They were so pretty, but I had put all my milkweeds and my Mexican sunflower, which is right here, in that bed, and it just took over the small guys. Sorry for the noise, I live next to a street. But yeah, look at this massive, I would even say this is like a bush. It's not a plant, it's a bush. This right here is a Chicago fig, and then I've got some romaine lettuce that I'm going to enjoy soon. And here are the other blueberries. So I'm going to clean this edge up. I'm actually going to put a metal edging around it so my husband doesn't run into it with the lawnmower. And I'm going to lay some mulch, hopefully to keep these weeds down. And yeah, hopefully I can get a lot done in the cooler weather. It was hot, but it wasn't that hot this year. I just didn't have the energy, to be quite honest. So that's what I'm going to be doing this fall. I look forward to it and hope you stay with me and watch along as I transplant and redo things. Here's some Gomphrena that I'm going to save seed from. Purple pink, beautiful. These gladiolas, they come back. So this was in the ground last year. They came back. I'm going to replant those somewhere else. Another chokeberry. Can't stand that thing. Another hydrangea over there, mop head in the background. I might transplant that over here because these are all going to be mop head hydrangeas. And then this hydrangea is a lace. I took some cuttings from it, so I hope that they root in. I tried getting them to root in water in the house, but it didn't work. Once the leaves fall back here, which as you can see, it's very messy in the fall here. We'll clean it up. I'll clean up some of these beds in the back. There's some bee balm that I want to transplant. Isn't that pretty? So I look forward to doing this. That right there, that little scraggly bush is a beautyberry bush. It needs more light. So we're gonna move her too. I have another one over there. So I'm gonna be busy. Lots of things to show and tell you about.